Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Ansonia Schools, Ansonia, Ohio. I'm Mark Bixler, glad to be with you here for this cross-county conference matchup between the Mississinawa Valley Blackhawks and the Ansonia Tigers. Mississinawa Valley, coached by Tim Bargy, and the Ansonia Tigers, coached by Chad Kramer. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back with the introductions of the starting lineups tonight in just a moment. Helping bring you this event, Braun Pope Funeral Home in New Madison and Oliver Floyd Funeral Home in Greenville, Montage Cafe on Broadway in Greenville, McCabe Painting Incorporated, professional service with guaranteed satisfaction, Wayne Health Sports, athletic trainers, rehabilitation therapy, and orthopedic therapy, Greenville Federal Savings and Loan, the smart way to bank, AC Wood Creations, handcrafted quality items, and M. Bixler Video Productions. Want a DVD of games we've taped? Contact us. Helping underwrite this event, the Maid-Rite Sandwich Shop, located on North Broadway in Greenville, the Ansonia Lumber Company, located on Main Street by Gilbert Feller's Funeral Home of Brookville, and Kreitzer Funeral Home of Arcanum by Greenville National Bank, with locations throughout Darke County. Cox Insurance, located in Ansonia and in Greenville, by AC Wood Creations, located in Canton, and M. Bixler Video Productions. And we welcome you back to Ansonia, and let's take a look at the starting lineups. First off, for the visitors from Mississinawa Valley, number 3, Max Dermeyer, a 5'5" sophomore. Number 10 is Ethan Bowman, a 6-foot senior. Trent Collins wears number 12. He's a 6'1" junior. Alex Scholl, a 5'9" sophomore, wears number 14. And the final starter for the Blackhawks, number 22, DJ Howe. He is a 5'11" junior. The Blackhawks, as we said, coached by Tim Bargy. And, of course, Tim Bargy, a name recognized with Versailles Lady Tiger basketball. And he was a longtime coach there before leaving the Tigers. And, of course, he then coached some at Yellow Springs before taking the job here at Mississinawa Valley. The starting lineup for the Tigers, number 0 is Aiden Sanders. He's a 6'2" senior. Devin Sink wears number 2. He is a 5'10" junior. Braden Swab, a 5'10" junior, wears number 5. Hunter Muir, a 6'4" junior, wears number 23. He's averaging 25 points a ball game. And the final starter for the Tigers, number 50, Andrew Rowland. He is a 5'9" junior. And the Tigers are coached by Chad Kramer. And, of course, this is our first time back in this gym. We've done a few football, soccer, and baseball, or I should say softball games here in Darke County, but this is our first time with basketball since the 2004-2005 basketball season. So a long break between games, but we're certainly glad to be back with you here in Darke County. I made the 5-hour drive late this morning into this afternoon to get here in time, and we did. Had a little bit of a delay in Indianapolis. It took me about a half an hour to drive 8 miles on 465 just before I-69. But in spite of that delay, we're here, and certainly glad to be with you here tonight for this cross-county conference matchup between the two rivals from northern Darke County, the Ansonia Tigers and the Mississinawa Valley Blackhawks. We'll have the game later this year, the non-conference game, which will be played at Mississinawa Valley in Hunchbarger's Corner. We'll have that game for you, and we're excited to be here. Of course, we've got a lot of Tri-Village games as well, girls and boys basketball, Ansonia and Tri-Village, basically the two schools that we are mainly covering. We're covering National Trail in a few of those games. Newton, a game that we'll have tomorrow. And tomorrow night from Tri-Village, we'll have the Hamilton Ross Rams taking on the Tri-Village Patriots. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back with the opening tip-off of tonight's game in just a moment. Helping bring you this event, Braun Pope Funeral Home in New Madison and Oliver Floyd Funeral Home in Greenville, Montage Cafe on Broadway in Greenville, McCabe Painting Incorporated, professional service with guaranteed satisfaction, Wayne Health Sports, athletic trainers, rehabilitation therapy, and orthopedic therapy, Greenville Federal Savings and Loan, the smart way to bank, AC Wood Creations, handcrafted quality items, and M. Bixler Video Productions. Want a DVD of games we've taped? Contact us. Helping underwrite this event, the Made-Right Sandwich Shop, located on North Broadway in Greenville, the Ansonia Lumber Company, located on Main Street by Gilbert Feller's Funeral Home of Brookville, and Kreitzer Funeral Home of Arcanum by Greenville National Bank, with locations throughout Darke County. Cox Insurance, located in Ansonia and in Greenville, by AC Wood Creations, located in Canton, and M. Bixler Video Productions. And we are underway. We welcome you back to Ansonia, and the battle for the possession. First possession goes finally to Ansonia. Muir dishes it off, and that is Sanders with the three, cannot get it to go, and the Hawks with the rebound. Ethan Bowman works his way into the front court. Dishes it off, that's Max Dermeyer. Takes it to the left side. Dermeyer brings it to the near side. That is Collins underneath, and that does not fall. And the hustle rebound is coming up with the steal is Shaw. Tigers in a man-to-man. Pardon the... And that is a turnover. It goes right through the hands of Collins, and that'll be the turnover. I'll try to get my mic adjusted so that it stays up, but it broke off. It's working, but it won't stay up. So it's kind of a handicap right now, but we'll get this worked out. Muir, this is it off, right side. That is Devin Sink. And the three by Sink won't go. Rowland goes up with it, and it's deflected out of bounds. It'll be Ansonia basketball. We're at the 6:40 mark here in this opening quarter of play, and it's still scoreless. We'll talk at halftime about a couple of losses that the Ansonia community has felt in the past couple of days off the miss. Here comes the Blackhawks. Dermeyer. Low post. Pushing his way in, and that Dermeyer comes up with the loose ball. Kicks it back out. That is Bowman with it right now. Bowman takes it left side, and that's out of bounds. It'll belong to the Tigers. Sanders into the front court. And a Swab with it, takes it back to Sanders. Muir drives, kicks it over to Rowland. Sanders, right side top. Sink, he looks to drive. Goes baseline, kicks it out. Muir to Sink from the baseline for three. Good, and the Tigers on the scoreboard. Devin Sink with the first points of the ball game, and it happens to be a three-pointer. So the Tigers leading this now 3-0 over the Blackhawks. Dermeyer. And it is loose, and it's going to be the Tigers coming up with the loose ball. Swab gives it off to Sanders, baseline Muir. Swab fires a three, does not go. Sink taps it up off the glass. Bowman couldn't get it to go, and Muir with the follow-up. And the Tigers off to a 5-0 lead. So Sink and Muir with the combination of the 5 points. Underneath, nice baseline move, and then Muir commits the foul. Nice back door. That is Muir's first, the team's first. And Ethan Bowman will go to the free throw line to get the one. A chance for the old-fashioned three-point play and a couple of substitutions. Hunter Buckingham coming in and Matthew Ferrier checking in as well for the Tigers. 4:48 remaining, a 5-2 ball game. I do have other headsets. I just didn't bring them with me here tonight. And it was, when this broke, it was too late. So the three-point play completed for the Blackhawks, and it's 5-3. Muir for the three, bounces around, does not go, and the rebound is to the Blackhawks. Dermeyer. Bowman has it now. Oh, check that, that is Scholl. Bowman has it now. High post. Scholl. And into the low post, backing his way in, too strong. And Muir with the rebound for the Tigers. Muir drives his way in, off the glass for two. And the Tigers up by 4 at the 3:58 mark, 7-3. Muir with 4 of the 7 points. And the whistle and the reach in.
Tiger foul, number 4, Hunter Buckingham, his first.
Hunter Buckingham picking up that foul. His first, team's second. 7-3, 3:50 remaining here in the opening quarter of play. Tigers over the Hawks of Mississinawa Valley. Backing his way in, and that left short. It was Matt Swab. Buckingham with it now. Muir, and the reach in. Dermeyer is going to be guilty of that.
Number 3, Max Dermeyer, his first, team's first.
So the Blackhawks committing their first foul of the night. Taking the inbounds pass, Matthew Ferrier. Swab the long three, off the glass, won't go. Ferrier with the rebound. Muir, he'll take the three. It doesn't go. And the rebound is to Collins, and Bowman gets it into the front court. Underneath, Collins kicks it out. Scholl fires, two-pointer. It is good. And it's a two-point game right now. It's 7-5. Muir pushes it off. Swab, Ferrier. Muir, he turns, takes the three, does not go. Didn't draw anything. And the two-point shot by Bowman ties it. Actually, a three-point shot gives the Hawks the lead at 8-7. Ferrier to Swab, back to Ferrier. Muir gets it from the corner, three-point shot. Buckingham and the Tigers. Apparently that was just a two. And it's 10-7 now. In the middle, nice pass down to Scholl. Collins. Scholl gets it, looks to drive, cut off. And out of bounds, it'll belong to the Tigers. Substitutions coming in. So Schwab, Buckingham, Rowland, Sanders, and Sink in the game now for Ansonia. Sanders, Schwab, Buckingham out top to Rowland. Buckingham gets the pass. Sink, and we've got a hold, and that's going to be on the Blackhawks.
Blackhawk out for 30, Cody Dirksen is first, team second.
Each team has now committed 2 fouls. Schwab will trigger it in. They get it into Sanders. 1:35 remaining. Schwab fires a 3, got it. And Ansonia leading it by 6 right now. 13-7. 1:25 remains. Bowman. Get it down to number 25. That is Matt Slob. And in the paint, I believe that was Max Dermeyer getting that. Buckingham looking into the low post, but not there. Sanders to Schwab. Buckingham gets it back from the corner. Sanders does not go. And the Hawks with the rebound. A chance to trim into this. Dermeyer, like he took an extra step, but not called, and the basket is good. And it's a 2-point game at 13-11. .23 seconds remaining. Sanders holding the ball out top. And the 3-point shot does not go. Rowland comes up with it off the glass for 2. And that ends the first quarter. We've completed 1 quarter of play here at Ansonia in this cross-county conference matchup. It's Ansonia 15, Mississinawa Valley 11. Back in just a moment. Helping bring you this event, Braun Pope Funeral Home in New Madison and Oliver Floyd Funeral Home in Greenville, Montage Cafe on Broadway in Greenville, McCabe Painting Incorporated, professional service with guaranteed satisfaction, Wayne Health Sports, athletic trainers, rehabilitation therapy, and orthopedic therapy, Greenville Federal Savings and Loan, the smart way to bank, AC Wood Creations, handcrafted quality items, and M. Bixler Video Productions. Want a DVD of games we've taped? Contact us. Helping underwrite this event, the Made Right Sandwich Shop, located on North Broadway in Greenville, the Ansonia Lumber Company, located on Main Street by Gilbert Feller's Funeral Home of Brookville and Kreitzer Funeral Home of Arcanum by Greenville National Bank, with locations throughout Darke County. Cox Insurance, located in Ansonia and in Greenville, by AC Wood Creations, located in Canton, and M. Bixler Video Productions. Second quarter just about ready to get underway. 15-11. Ansonia leading this over their rivals to the west, Mississinawa Valley. Blackhawks with possession as we start this second 8 minutes. Dermeyer, they go back door. They kick it back out. It is in and out. Muir grabs the rebound, but had it stripped. Then it goes out of bounds, and it'll be Ansonia basketball. Sanders to Muir. From the corner, Sink fires, skips across the rim, batted out, and chased down. The Hawks come up with it. Cody Dirksen, that inside as Bowman with the 2 points. And the Hawks within 2 at 15-13. I apologize for a little excessive noise, but we're going to try and get this fixed at halftime. Or adjusted anyway, so it... Sink fires, gets a 3-pointer. And the Tigers leading it now by 5 at 18-13. Dermeyer gets it into the front court. Right side, Bowman. Low post back to Bowman. He'll fake the long three. Does not go. And the rebound is to Slob. Bowman off the glass too strong. Tapped out, and Dermeyer chases it down for the Hawks. Slob, and Swab comes up with the steal. He's going to take it in. No call. Saves it back in. Sanders, 2-point shot or 3-point shot. And it's going to be on Dirksen.
Blackhawk foul number 30, Cody Dirksen.
And at the free throw line, getting 3 will be Devin Sink. Tigers by 5 right now. 18-13. Sink's first one is on the way. It's good. 19-13. We'll be back here tomorrow afternoon as the Newton Lady Indians come calling. That second free throw is good, making it a 7-point game at 20-13. And the third free throw does not go. It's tapped out, and Rowland comes up with the loose ball. Sanders to Swab for 3, does not go. And here comes the Blackhawks. It's deflected away. Dermeyer comes up with it. Cut off. Bowman takes the long 3, and it's buried. 4-point ball game, 20-16. Tigers get it into the front court. Sink from just inside the arc. A 2-point shot, it's good. And the Tigers back up by 6 right now. 22-16 with 5.5 minutes remaining. And a timeout taken by Mississinawa Valley. It'll be a full one. 22-16 with 5:30 remaining. We'll be back to Ansonia in just a moment. Helping bring you this event, Braun Pope Funeral Home in New Madison and Oliver Floyd Funeral Home in Greenville, Montage Cafe on Broadway in Greenville, McCabe Painting Incorporated, professional service with guaranteed satisfaction, Wayne Health Sports, athletic trainers, rehabilitation therapy, and orthopedic therapy, Greenville Federal Savings and Loan, the smart way to bank, AC Wood Creations, handcrafted quality items, and M. Bixler Video Productions. Want a DVD of games we've taped? Contact us. Helping underwrite this event, the Made Right Sandwich Shop, located on North Broadway in Greenville, the Ansonia Lumber Company, located on Main Street by Gilbert Feller's Funeral Home of Brookville, and Kreitzer Funeral Home of Arcanum by Greenville National Bank, with locations throughout Darke County. Cox Insurance, located in Ansonia and in Greenville, by AC Wood Creations, located in Canton, and M. Bixler Video Productions. And we welcome you back to Ansonia. I think I got my mic at least situated so that hopefully it'll stay up close and I don't have to hold it. Dermeyer can't get it to go. The rebound is to Muir. A lot of reach-ins, but no call. They're letting him play, that's for sure. Sanders, he'll take the 3, and it's in and out. Rowland maybe got by with a little bit of a push. Sanders to Muir, and it goes right past him. And it'll be Blackhawk basketball. 5:06 remaining here in this opening half. 22-16. Slob gives it out to Shaw. Skips across, doesn't go. The long rebound. Chased down by Muir. Sink. From the corner, Buckingham. He'll fire for 3. 3 does not go. Slob battling for it, and then we've got a foul on Bowman, or Rowland rather.
Tiger foul number 50, Andrew Rowland, his first.
That is the first foul, team third against Ansonia.
Logan Alexander.
Hawks and the Tigers here tonight. Bowman, he'll work it into the front court. Tigers with that jump press, and it's deflected out of bounds off of Muir, so it'll stay with Mississinawa. Bowman will trigger it in for the Hawks. In the middle, Blake Shaw from the right elbow of the free throw line does not go. And Ferrier grabs the rebound, being pressured. Ferrier in the corner and out of bounds. It'll be off of Ansonia. Logan Alexander, stepped on the line. Good crowd. Shaw. And that baseline jumper does not go. Shaw gets the rebound for the Hawks. And from the corner, three-point shot. And the Hawks hold within three, 22-19. Certainly glad to be with you here tonight. Mark Bixler and Bixler Video Productions. Ferrier. Sink, he looks to drive. Fades away, does not get it to go. And we've got a held ball. On the alternating possession, it goes to Ansonia. We'll have a substitution coming in. DJ Howe checking back into the ball game for the Hawks. Buckingham will trigger it in for Mississinawa, or for Ansonia, I should say. Sink from the corner, too strong, and the rebound is to Mississinawa Valley. MB with it, quickly down the other way. Shaw for three to tie it. He cannot, and the travel is called.
Blackhawks substitution number 5, Will Hall. For the Tigers, number 50, Andrew Rowland.
Still a three-point game with 3:13 remaining, 22-19. These two teams will face each other in January at Mississinawa Valley. It'll be a part of a boy-girl doubleheader, and that is a walk. Buckingham took the extra step before he put it on the floor. And then he wonders what he did. Dermeyer try to go back door, but before they go back door, we've got a push foul.
Tiger foul number 10, Matthew Ferrier.
Ferrier picking up the foul. That is his first. And it is deflected, and the steal. And Sonia comes away with it. Roland gets it into the front court. They get it over to Sink. Ferrier with 2:35 remaining here in this first half of play. 3-point lead for the Tigers. Sink gets it off to Buckingham. Ferrier fakes, now gets it to Buckingham. He fires a three, will not go, and the rebound is to the Blackhawks. Bowman takes it to the corner. Shaw, three-point shot.
3-point goal, Blake Shaw.
He was inside the arc, but the official ruled a three-pointer.
Timeout Tigers, their first charge.
And a timeout taken by Ansonia, 30 seconds. 1:56 remaining. That is a correctable error. And they can correct it, but I don't know if the other officials saw. And they are getting it corrected. 22-21. We'll be back to Ansonia in just a moment. Helping bring you this event, Braun Pope Funeral Home in New Madison and Oliver Floyd Funeral Home in Greenville. Montage Cafe on Broadway in Greenville. McCabe Painting Incorporated, professional service with guaranteed satisfaction. Wayne Health Sports, athletic trainers, rehabilitation therapy, and orthopedic therapy. Greenville Federal Savings and Loan, the smart way to bank. AC Wood Creations, handcrafted quality items, and M. Bixler Video Productions. Want a DVD of games we've taped? Contact us. Helping underwrite this event, the Made Right Sandwich Shop, located on North Broadway in Greenville. The Ansonia Lumber Company, located on Main Street by Gilbert Feller's Funeral Home of Brookville and Kreitzer Funeral Home of Arcanum by Greenville National Bank, with locations throughout Darke County. Cox Insurance, located in Ansonia and in Greenville, by AC Wood Creations, located in Canton, and M. Bixler Video Productions. Back to Ansonia, and the important thing is they got it right. The official came over and they conferred, and sometimes when it happens right in front of you, that's the hardest place to see. A minute 47 remaining. The Blackhawks have pulled within one. Hunter Muir with the ball, gets the ball off to Sanders. And I think we've got 3 seconds. So the turnover, giving it back to Mississinawa with a minute 40 remaining. Okay, he ran out of bounds and was the first to touch it, or touched it before it exchanged. Somebody else touched it, and that is a violation. Through the hands, and it is loose. Rolling, and it is loose. Who's got it? Looks like Ansonia is finally going to come up with it, and Shaw in the chaos is going to pick up the foul. Well, I stated this on Facebook, and I'll state it here. The officials changing their mechanics and going to using 2 hands to give numbers, I don't like. I would prefer they go back to the single hand. It's easier to see. Muir gets it inside. He gets the reverse for 2. And the Tigers leading at 24-21. DJ Howe. They kick it back out. Dermeyer to Howe. They get it inside, and it is saved. Nice save by Bowman. The shot does not go. It's loose. Dermeyer comes up with it. He drives in. The runner off the glass won't go, and the Blackhawks battling for it. And then we've got a reach in, and I think it's going to go on Schwab. And it indeed is. His first, team's fifth foul. We're right at 40 seconds. That is tipped, but he stepped out of bounds, and it'll be Blackhawk basketball. Right at 35 seconds remaining. (24-21). Ansonia by 3. They get it inside, and backing his way in. It's going to go on Rowland.
Tiger foul number 50, Andrew Rowland, his second.
DJ Howe backing his way in. It'll be a common foul, but the remainder of the half, which isn't long, Mississinawa will be shooting 1-1. Bowman will trigger it in. Shaw, the fadeaway does not go, and the Hawks come up with it, but they turn it over. 25 seconds. Muir. Cross court. Sanders. 15 seconds. Schwab, and he came off the ground, back down, and is called for the travel.
Blackhawks substitution number 14, Alex Shaw, and number 30, Cody Dirksen.
So the turnover coming with just over 9 seconds remaining. Bowman drives down the lane and gets the lay-in up. It's going to be taken away. It's going to be an offensive foul and no basket. So with 3.3 seconds remaining,
No basket. Fouls on number 10 for the Blackhawks.
Bowman getting the foul.
His
His first, team's fifth. 3.3 seconds remaining, and the Blackhawks applying the full court pressure. They get it to Schwab. Schwab takes the long shot, and that will end the first half. After one half of play here at Ansonia, it's Ansonia 24, Mississinawa Valley 21. We'll be back and we'll recap this first one. We'll give you some scoring as well. Back to Ansonia in just a moment. Helping bring you this event, Braun Pope Funeral Home in New Madison and Oliver Floyd Funeral Home in Greenville, Montage Cafe on Broadway in Greenville, McCabe Painting Incorporated, professional service with guaranteed satisfaction, Wayne Health Sports, athletic trainers, rehabilitation therapy, and orthopedic therapy, Greenville Federal Savings and Loan, the smart way to bank, AC Wood Creations, handcrafted quality items, and M. Bixler Video Productions. Want a DVD of games we've taped? Contact us. Helping underwrite this event, the Made-Right Sandwich Shop, located on North Broadway in Greenville, the Ansonia Lumber Company, located on Main Street, by Gilbert Feller's Funeral Home of Brookville and Kreitzer Funeral Home of Arcanum, by Greenville National Bank, with locations throughout Darke County. Cox Insurance, located in Ansonia and in Greenville, by AC Wood Creations, located in Canton, and M. Bixler Video Productions. And it is halftime here, 24-21. Ansonia leading this over the Blackhawks of Mississinawa Valley. Let's take a look at the unofficial scoring. We only have what's up on the scoreboard as we'll have to do something a little different tomorrow with how we keep score. It's kind of awkward with trying to do things as I had to get my microphone situated. But for the Blackhawks, we have Blake Shaw with 2 points, Max Dermeyer with 7, and Ethan Bowman with 10. The only player in double figures for the Blackhawks. That totals 19. I know we're 2 points off. For the Tigers, we have 3 players in the scoring column. I know there's more than that, but we have Braden Schwab with 3, Hunter Muir with 6, and leading the way for the Tigers, Devin Sink with 10 points. We want to extend our sympathy to a couple families in the Ansonia community with the passing of Tony Walters, the son of Tony Walters. There's 2 Tony Walters, and it is the elder Tony's son. It's Tim's brother that passed away, Tim Walters' brother that passed away. And also we want to extend our condolences, our thoughts and prayers go out to the George Clipstein family as well. Tony passed away yesterday at the time of this recording, and George passed away early this morning at the time we are recording this. Tony would have passed away on December 14th. George would have passed away on December 15th, and we certainly extend our condolences, and our thoughts and prayers go out to the Walters family and to the Clipstein family as well. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back with the start of the third quarter. It'll be Mississinawa Valley basketball back in just a moment. Helping bring you this event, Braun Pope Funeral Home in New Madison and Oliver Floyd Funeral Home in Greenville, Montage Cafe on Broadway in Greenville, McCabe Painting Incorporated, professional service with guaranteed satisfaction, Wayne Health Sports, athletic trainers, rehabilitation therapy, and orthopedic therapy, Greenville Federal Savings and Loan, the smart way to bank, AC Wood Creations, handcrafted quality items, and M. Bixler Video Productions. Want a DVD of games we've taped? Contact us. Helping underwrite this event, the Made Right Sandwich Shop, located on North Broadway in Greenville, the Ansonia Lumber Company, located on Main Street by Gilbert Feller's Funeral Home of Brookville, and Kreitzer Funeral Home of Arcanum by Greenville National Bank, with locations throughout Darke County. Cox Insurance, located in Ansonia and in Greenville, by AC Wood Creations, located in Canton, and M. Bixler Video Productions. And we welcome you back to Ansonia. The Tigers leading this over the Blackhawks by 3. As we start the second half, Dermeyer, as the Tigers in a man-to-man, picks up his dribble, gives it off. Collins underneath. Bowman cannot get it to go, gets his own rebound, dishes it off to Collins, and then loses it out of bounds, and it'll be Tiger basketball. That's probably one too many passes. Should have turned around and probably tried to do a reverse right there, but tried to dish it off to somebody who he thought had the better shot. Schwab to Rowland. Muir spins, kicks it across. Schwab, Rowland with it. Sanders now with the ball, takes it to Muir. He goes baseline, and he lays it up for 2. And the Tigers leading it by 5 right now, 26-21. The Tigers with the press, had a good look. If Powell would have saw him, that does not go. The long rebound tapped out of bounds, and it'll be Tiger basketball. We've played a minute. Hard to believe that this morning I was in West Central Illinois. Tonight I'm in extreme West Central Ohio. Sanders fires a 3, doesn't get it to go. The long rebound, it's saved back in by Schwab, but Sanders couldn't come up with it, and Scholl comes up with the loose ball. Dermeyer looks to drive, takes it in, nice pass down to Bowman. He flips it up, and they say the foul was before he shot the ball, so it'll be a common foul against the Tigers. 6:29 remaining here in this third quarter of play. Ansonia 26-21. Matt Slob. Putting it in play is Bowman. It is deflected, but Dermeyer comes up with it. That's what you want. You want those deflections and try to come up with it. Slob with the basket. And it's a 3-point ball game, 26-23 with 6:15 remaining. Schwab gives the ball to Sink on the far side. And it's Sanders that comes up with it. Sink, he'll take the 3. It skips across, won't go. And the rebound is to Bowman. Bowman, in a hurry, gets it across midcourt. Left side it goes to Shaw. Shaw to Bowman underneath. Slob, he puts it up for 2. And the Hawks are within 1, 26-25. Now, one thing, you can say this about both teams. Both teams playing hard tonight. Schwab to Muir. Nice power move. Has it blocked, though. Pulls up the jumper for 3. Does not go, and that should be out of bounds, and is. Hit the part of the basket support. So the team rebound will go to Ansonia. Muir fakes, he drives in, and it's going to be a bump. Contact made. Muir will go to the free throw line to get 2. Slob picking up the foul. A lot of fans don't understand that you've got to have your hands straight up, and the chances of that happening are pretty much slim to none. It happens once in a while. Muir gets the first free throw, and the Tigers back up by a deuce, 27-25. But for the most part, it just doesn't happen. Muir gets both free throws, and the Tigers now leading it by 3, 28-25. Dermeyer gets it into the front court, hesitates, stutters, gets it into Slob, and he travels. A little late call, but I think the right one.
Tiger substitutions number 4.
So the turnover giving it back to Ansonia.
Matthew Ferrier.
Buckingham and Ferrier in the ball game, along with Muir, Sink, and Rowland for the Tigers. Dermeyer, Shaw, Howe, Slob, and Bowman for the Blackhawks. Ferrier gets it off to Rowland. Sink with it now. He'll take the long three. Does not go. And here come the Hawks. Bowman into the front court. Underneath, and it is taken away. Muir, he's going to take it in and does not get it. He drew contact, but I think that was a good call. A good no call, let me say. Bowman kicks it out to Howe. Howe to Dermeyer. He looks to drive, now throws up the floater, does not go. And we've got a held ball. Kind of a quick one. It'll be Tiger basketball, though, on the alternating possession. Buckingham to Muir. Buckingham, he'll take the three. Off the front of the rim, doesn't go. Ferrier with the offensive rebound.
Ferrier.
And it's a 30-25 ball game. Dermeyer kicks it out. Slob to Bowman. 3:47 remaining. Bowman to Shaw. Slob with it, low post. Tries to back his way in, but cut off. Shaw gets it. Right side. Dermeyer with it now. Skip pass. Bowman for the three. Got it. Hawks within 2. 30-28. 3:20 remaining here in this third quarter of play. We've got a good one. We're hoping for a good ball game, and we've got it, at least thus far. Nice no-look pass. Sink to Muir. Picks up his dribble, in some trouble. Gets it out to Buckingham for 3. Won't go. Tapped out. Rowland gets the rebound. Sink now with it. He'll take the 3, and it won't go. And what do we have? It's going to be a foul against, I think, Ferrier. Nope, Rowland.
His third, team second, replacing him in lineup number 5, Braden Slaw.
That is his third. So the Hawks with a chance to tie it or even take the lead. Dermeyer to Bowman. They get it down to Shaw. Shaw looks to drive. They try to get it down to Slob, but Buckingham, a nice job dropping back and deflecting it out of bounds. 2:46 remaining, and they kick it off of Muir. That's a good play. You don't see that very often, but it's a smart play. Muir, Schwab for the 3, does not go. He gets it back. The floater in the lane does not go. So a couple of good looks, but no, did not get it to go. So Bowman, nice spin move. They get it to Slob, and we're tied. 2:14 remaining. That's 30-30. So the Hawks have battled back here after trailing by 4 at the end of 1, 3 at the half. Now we're tied at 30. Ferrier. Buckingham for the 3, got it. Tigers back up. 33-30. In the ball game, that is Hall. Slob has it, stripped away by Muir. Muir, right side, kicks it out. Ferrier, he looks to drive. Nice move, couldn't get it to go. Muir with the rebound, but he's called for the over the back. I hate that. I'm not saying he got it wrong, but the official that made that call was not in a position to make that call. Now, one of the other two officials, yes. But there's no way the official that made that call could have seen whether he was over the back or not. That does not go, and it is loose. Hall with the rebound. Shaw takes the three. Won't go, and Slob pushes off. And it'll be a foul against him. That's his second. So the Tigers still with a 3-point lead, 33-30, with 1:05 remaining here in the third quarter. We'll come back after this one. Schwab, the runner, does not get it to go. Tapped out. Blackhawks wanted a foul, and frankly, the way this has been called, there was no. Ooh, that was a pretty play. Bowman dishes it off to Shaw. Blake Shaw gets the two, and the Hawks within one, 33-32. Muir, he is fouled. Hall picking up that foul.
Blackhawk foul number 5, Will Hall, his first, team's third. Tiger substitution number 25, Logan Alexander.
Alexander checks in. So it's Alexander, Muir, Sink, Sanders, and Buckingham for the Tigers. Sanders to Muir. 33 seconds. Oh, that should have been an offensive foul. And we're going to go the other way. Well, they missed the charge, I will say that. Not only did he push off, he also dipped his shoulder. And then the Blackhawks end up getting the foul. Hall picking up his second. Muir in the corner. Picks up his dribble. Buckingham. Sanders. They get it off to Sink. 18 seconds remaining. Coach Kramer saying one shot. Thurmeyer all over Sink. And that does not go. And it is out of bounds, and it's going to be Hawk basketball with 4 seconds remaining. Bowman checking back in. So the Hawks with a chance to take the lead. They were down by 4 at the end of one. They battled back. Bowman gets it just to half court, and it's off the rim. That ends the third quarter. After 3 quarters of play, it's Ansonia 33, Mississinawa Valley 32. Back in just a moment. Helping bring you this event, Braun Pope Funeral Home in New Madison and Oliver Floyd Funeral Home in Greenville, Montage Cafe on Broadway in Greenville, McCabe Painting Incorporated, professional service with guaranteed satisfaction, Wayne Health Sports, athletic trainers, rehabilitation therapy, and orthopedic therapy, Greenville Federal Savings and Loan, the smart way to bank, AC Wood Creations, handcrafted quality items, and M. Bixler Video Productions. Want a DVD of games we've taped? Contact us. Helping underwrite this event, the Made-Right Sandwich Shop, located on North Broadway in Greenville, the Ansonia Lumber Company, located on Main Street by Gilbert Feller's Funeral Home of Brookville, and Kreitzer Funeral Home of Arcanum by Greenville National Bank, with locations throughout Darke County. Cox Insurance, located in Ansonia and in Greenville, by AC Wood Creations, located in Canton, and M. Bixler Video Productions. Back in Ansonia, the 1-point ball game right now, 33-32. The Tigers leading the Hawks here in this cross-county conference matchup. Durmeyer takes the inbounds pass. Back to Bowman, and he'll work it across. Blake Shaw back to Bowman. In the corner, Collins has it tipped, but Shaw comes up with it. Left elbow, the free throw line does not go. And it is loose. Tigers come away with it. 7:40 remaining. Muir. Sink, top of the key. Sanders. Sink takes the three. Left it short. Follow your shot, young man. Confidence is one thing, but always follow your shot. Slob with the offensive rebound. And Mississinawa takes the lead. 34-33. So the Tigers missed an opportunity. Let's see if they can take advantage of this one. Muir, top of the key. Rowland. Rowland hands it off to Muir. He looks to drive, kicks it back out. Buckingham for three, does not go. And the reach in, I think, let's see, it's either going to be Muir or Sanders. It's Sanders. And a timeout taken by Ansonia. 6:43 remaining. It's Mississinawa 34, Ansonia 33. Back in just a moment. Helping bring you this event, Braun Pope Funeral Home in New Madison and Oliver Floyd Funeral Home in Greenville. Montage Cafe on Broadway in Greenville. McCabe Painting Incorporated, professional service with guaranteed satisfaction. Wayne Health Sports, athletic trainers, rehabilitation therapy, and orthopedic therapy. Greenville Federal Savings and Loan, the smart way to bank. AC Wood Creations, handcrafted quality items, and M. Bixler Video Productions. Want a DVD of games we've taped? Contact us. Helping underwrite this event, the Made-Right Sandwich Shop, located on North Broadway in Greenville. The Ansonia Lumber Company, located on Main Street by Gilbert Feller's Funeral Home of Brookville and Kreitzer Funeral Home of Arcanum by Greenville National Bank, with locations throughout Darke County. Cox Insurance, located in Ansonia and in Greenville, by AC Wood Creations, located in Canton, and M. Bixler Video Productions. Back at Ansonia, the Blackhawks up by 1, 34-33. Bowman to Collins. He'll take the three. Does not go. Sink with the rebound. A 3-on-2. Has it stripped, but a whistle and a foul. Durmeyer is going to be guilty. It'll be a common foul. That is the 5th team foul. That's Durmeyer's 2nd. Muir will trigger it in. Sink. He takes the pass. Buckingham with it. Back to Muir. They've done a good job at shutting down Muir. Sanders to Muir. Sink from the corner. Takes the three in and out. And the rebound is to Mississinawa. 6 minutes remaining. Howe to Slob. The baseline jumper does not go. 5:50 remaining. Sink drives. And a block. You can't, here's the, Blackhawk fans think that should have been an offensive foul, but Sink was in the air, and you cannot move in when a player is in the air. You got to give him the room to come down. Sink at the free throw line. Ties it. 34.
Back in the lineup for the Tigers, number 5, Braden Swab.
And he got them both. Tigers back up by 1, 35-34. That is deflected, but Howe comes up with it loose. And the Tigers come up with it. Sink into the front court from the free throw line. In and out, and falls away. Slob with the rebound. Bowman into the front court. Howe kicks it over to Dermeyer. Dermeyer to Howe. Drives baseline. Bowman from the corner. Collins in the lane. Count it. He's fouled. Blackhawks up by a point. 36-35, 5:11 remaining. That is the team's fifth foul. Buckingham picking up his second. Collins at the free throw line, trying for the old-fashioned three-point play. And he got it. Hawks are up by 2. Alex Shaw checks in, replacing Collins. Swab back in the ball game as he gets it into the front court. Sink. Muir to Sink. Schwab, he'll take the three. It's good. Tigers by a point. And timeout taken by Ansonia. 4:55 remaining. It's Ansonia 38. Mississinawa 37. Back in a moment. Helping bring you this event, Braun Pope Funeral Home in New Madison and Oliver Floyd Funeral Home in Greenville. Montage Cafe on Broadway in Greenville. McCabe Painting Incorporated, professional service with guaranteed satisfaction. Wayne Health Sports, athletic trainers, rehabilitation therapy, and orthopedic therapy. Greenville Federal Savings and Loan, the smart way to bank. AC Wood Creations, handcrafted quality items, and M. Bixler Video Productions. Want a DVD of games we've taped? Contact us. Helping underwrite this event, the Made Right Sandwich Shop, located on North Broadway in Greenville. The Ansonia Lumber Company, located on Main Street by Gilbert Feller's Funeral Home of Brookville and Kreitzer Funeral Home of Arcanum by Greenville National Bank, with locations throughout Darke County. Cox Insurance, located in Ansonia and in Greenville, by AC Wood Creations, located in Canton, and M. Bixler Video Productions. Back in Ansonia, Mark Bixler with you, M. Bixler Video Productions. Blackhawks with the ball. They trail right now, 38-37. We've got a good one here tonight. Anytime these two teams get together, you can pretty much, in basketball anyway, throw out the records. Most times, Howe back doors to Shaw. Doesn't go. Slob tried to put back. Couldn't get it to go, and here comes the Tigers. Sink. Got it.
Kevin Sink.
Tigers back up by 3, 40-37. Sink. That's one that could have went either way. It could have been a charge, could have been a block. From the corner for 3, Shaw. We're tied at 40. 4:09 remaining here tonight. Will 32 minutes be enough? Muir drives in the lane, bounces off. And it's saved by the Hawks. Shaw gets it off to Bowman. Down to Slob for 2. That time the Tigers got caught sleeping. Slob snuck in behind and got the lay-in. Muir to Schwab. Buckingham for 3. Doesn't go. And Muir is called for over the back.
Tiger foul, 23. Hunter Muir, his third.
That is his third, 3:31 remaining. Each team with 6 fouls. So bonus will be in effect for the remainder of this ball game. Dermeyer gets it to Howe, drives in, and that's an offensive foul. You dip your shoulder, you're going to get it. Blackhawk fans think that there's been a couple that probably should have been offensive fouls. But there's also been some that it was good no calls. Muir goes right through Sanders' hands with 3:12 remaining. Blackhawks by 2. Shaw. And that's going to be a foul. Schwab. And the 1-and-1 is in effect. That's okay. Each team has 7 fouls. So the 1-and-1 is in effect. Bowman's first does not go. Sanders with the rebound. Sanders picks up his dribble, gets the ball off to Sink. Sink looks to drive, the fadeaway does not go. Muir the offensive rebound, too strong. And it's still a 2-point lead for the Hawks, 42-40. Dermeyer into the front court. Howe underneath to Schwab. Loose, but Schwab, and he somehow came up with it. Not sure how he did, but he did. 2:25 remaining. And I said earlier it was George Klipstein. It's John Klipstein. And the runner is good by Shaw. And Mississinawa with a 4-point lead, 44-40. Sink. A lot of time left in this one. Schwab takes the 3, does not go. And we've got a foul. Schwab will go to the free throw line. The foul is the 4th against Muir. This is one of those games that you better come prepared to play. Schwab with the basket, 45-40. A chance to make this a 6-point game. And he cannot. Sink with the rebound. You've got a lead. You want to play aggressive, but don't do anything stupid. The long 3, you've got a minute and a half remaining. That long of a 3 is a panic shot. Shaw for 3, does not get it to go. Tapped out by Schwab. And Tim Bargee wants a timeout. A minute 19 remaining. It's Mississinawa Valley 45, Ansonia 40. Back in just a moment. Helping bring you this event, Braun Pope Funeral Home in New Madison and Oliver Floyd Funeral Home in Greenville, Montage Cafe on Broadway in Greenville, McCabe Painting Incorporated, professional service with guaranteed satisfaction, Wayne Health Sports, athletic trainers, rehabilitation therapy, and orthopedic therapy, Greenville Federal Savings and Loan, the smart way to bank, AC Wood Creations, handcrafted quality items, and Bixler Video Productions. Want a DVD of games we've taped? Contact us. Helping underwrite this event, the Made-Right Sandwich Shop, located on North Broadway in Greenville, the Ansonia Lumber Company, located on Main Street by Gilbert Feller's Funeral Home of Brookville, and Kreitzer Funeral Home of Arcanum by Greenville National Bank, with locations throughout Darke County. Cox Insurance, located in Ansonia and in Greenville, by AC Wood Creations, located in Canton, and Bixler Video Productions. A minute 19 remains as we welcome you back. That should have been over and back. He's grabbed it and then went into the backcourt. from the front court. It is never called, but it should be over and back. And I've talked to officials about it, and they all say it's over and back. Tipped, and Sanders is going to be guilty of that foul. It'll be a 1-and-1.
Tiger foul number 0, Aiden Sanders, his third, team's 9th. Alex Shaw shooting 1 in bonus. Back in for the Tigers, number 5, Brandon Swan, number 23, Hunter Muir.
So at the free throw line is Shaw getting the 1-and-1. A minute remaining. Some big free throws right here. Can't get it to go. Schwab with the rebound. Sanders, still a lot of time. Sink drives into the lane, kicks it over. Buckingham to Schwab, back to Buckingham for the 3. In and out, tapped out. And to reach in. .45 seconds remaining.
Tiger foul number 4, Hunter Buckingham, his third, team's 10th. DJ Howe shooting double.
DJ Howe getting the 1-and-1. That's the 9th team foul. And now the 10th goes up, so it is the double bonus. They got it right. That's the main thing. First one does not go. He'll get the second now. It's on the way, and it does not go. Still a lot of time. 2 3-point shots, and you've got the lead. Muir kicks it out. Sink. He'll take the 3. Short. Sanders with the rebound. Out top, it goes to Schwab, to Buckingham. Sink. Drives it in, and he is fouled. He'll get 2 with 26 seconds. That's okay. You got plenty of time.
Blackhawk foul number 25.
Just under 27 seconds.
Team's 8th.
If he can get both of these.
Shooting 2.
First is good. 45-41. Blackhawks have outscored the Tigers 13-8 here in this final quarter. Got them both. 26.6 seconds remaining. It's a 3-point game. Mississinawa 45, Ansonia 42. Back in just a moment. Helping underwrite this event, the Made Right Sandwich Shop, located on North Broadway in Greenville. The Ansonia Lumber Company, located on Main Street by Gilbert Feller's Funeral Home of Brookville and Kreitzer Funeral Home of Arcanum by Greenville National Bank, with locations throughout Darke County. Cox Insurance, located in Ansonia and in Greenville by AC Wood Creations, located in Canton. And Bixler Video Productions. Back at Ansonia, 3-point game right now, 45-42. It's one possession. The Blackhawks with possession. 26.6 seconds remains. Dermeyer will trigger it in. Bowman. Ferriel with the foul.
Tiger foul number 10, Matthew Ferriel.
Bowman getting the 2 free throws.
Ethan Bowman shooting double bonus.
The double bonus is in effect. Hunter Muir getting ready to check back in. First one is important. Got it. Now, the second one is equally as important.
For the Tigers, number 23, Hunter Muir.
24.8 seconds remaining. Bowman's free throw, 46-42. It's on the way. It's good. 47-42. Timeout taken by the Blackhawks and Tim Bargee. We'll take one as well. Mississinawa 47, Ansonia 42. Back in just a moment. Helping bring you this event, Braun Pope Funeral Home in New Madison and Oliver Floyd Funeral Home in Greenville, Montage Cafe on Broadway in Greenville, McCabe Painting Incorporated, professional service with guaranteed satisfaction, Wayne Health Sports, athletic trainers, rehabilitation therapy, and orthopedic therapy, Greenville Federal Savings and Loan, the smart way to bank, AC Wood Creations, handcrafted quality items, and M. Bixler Video Productions. Want a DVD of games we've taped? Contact us. Back in Ansonia, 25 seconds, just under 25 seconds remaining. Mississinawa applying some full court pressure, mainly more or less be token pressure, but Muir kicks it out to Sanders. Sink fires a long three, does not go. The Blackhawks with the rebound and Swab picking up the foul. That'll be his third. Shaw at the free throw line. Shaw getting the 2 free throws. As we said, the double bonus is in effect. You can pretty much ice this one right here. 48-42. It's now a full 2-possession game. Well, sort of, kind of. Second one does not go. They've got to score, and they've got to score quick. Muir pulls up the 3. Got it. Timeout taken with 7.3 seconds remaining. A timeout taken by Chad Kramer and the Tigers. 48-45. Back in just a moment. Helping underwrite this event, the Made-Right Sandwich Shop, located on North Broadway in Greenville. The Ansonia Lumber Company, located on Main Street by Gilbert Feller's Funeral Home of Brookville and Kreitzer Funeral Home of Arcanum by Greenville National Bank, with locations throughout Darke County. Cox Insurance, located in Ansonia and in Greenville by AC Wood Creations, located in Canton. And M. Bixler Video Productions. And we welcome you back to Ansonia. A 3-point ball game, 48-45. Mississinawa with the lead. The inbounds pass. And Bowman is fouled by Sink with 4.9 seconds remaining. And these 2 free throws are crucial for the Hawks. Ansonia does not have any timeouts left. I'd almost make one and miss the second. He got the first. That's a big one because it makes it a 2-possession. Well, it's still a 1-possession game, but reality is it's a 2-possession game, and it is now a full 2-possession game. 4.9 seconds remaining. This one, that pretty much puts the icing on the cake. We'll take a break after that timeout. 50-45, Mississinawa by 5. Back in just a moment. Helping bring you this event, Braun Pope Funeral Home in New Madison and Oliver Floyd Funeral Home in Greenville, Montage Cafe on Broadway in Greenville, McCabe Painting Incorporated, professional service with guaranteed satisfaction, Wayne Health Sports, athletic trainers, rehabilitation therapy, and orthopedic therapy, Greenville Federal Savings and Loan, the smart way to bank. AC Wood Creations, handcrafted quality items, and Bixler Video Productions. Want a DVD of games we've taped? Contact us. Back at Ansonia. This one is pretty much decided. Muir gets it to half court, and he puts up the shot at the buzzer, a three-pointer. It's good. The Blackhawks pull off the win here tonight as they beat the Tigers 50-48 in this cross-county conference matchup. We'll be back and we'll recap this one and take a look somewhat at scoring in just a moment. Helping bring you this event, Braun Pope Funeral Home in New Madison and Oliver Floyd Funeral Home in Greenville, Montage Cafe on Broadway in Greenville, McCabe Painting Incorporated, professional service with guaranteed satisfaction, Wayne Health Sports, athletic trainers, rehabilitation therapy, and orthopedic therapy, Greenville Federal Savings and Loan, the smart way to bank, AC Wood Creations, handcrafted quality items, and Bixler Video Productions. Want a DVD of games we've taped? Contact us. Helping underwrite this event, the Maid-Rite Sandwich Shop, located on North Broadway in Greenville, the Ansonia Lumber Company, located on Main Street, by Gilbert Feller's Funeral Home of Brookville and Kreitzer Funeral Home of Arcanum, by Greenville National Bank, with locations throughout Darke County. Cox Insurance, located in Ansonia and in Greenville, by AC Wood Creations, located in Canton, and Bixler Video Productions. And we welcome you back here to Ansonia as the Mississinawa Valley Blackhawks come into town and pull off the win as they knock off one of their arch rivals. Our other arch rival being the Union City Indians, their crosstown rival. But this is a Darke County rivalry. But the Blackhawks come from behind and pull off this win, 50-48, the final score here tonight. For the Tigers, we had unofficially two players in double digits, Devin Sink and Hunter Muir, with 16 points. That was a team high for Mississinawa. Blake Shaw with 4.
Alex Shaw had 9 points. Matt Slob had 11 points. And Ethan Bowman was also tied with 2 other Tigers for a game-high 16 points.
And for the Blackhawks, 2 players in double digits here tonight. They had Matt Slob with 11 points and Ethan Bowman with 16 points. So 3 players tonight tying for a game high. You had Devin Sink and Hunter Muir for the Tigers and Ethan Bowman for the Blackhawks, each scoring 16 points here tonight for their respective squads. The Tigers got off to a quick start. They led it at the end of one, 15-11, and they led it at the half, 24-21. At the end of 3, 33-32. But in the final quarter, the Blackhawks outscored Ansonia 18-15 to pull out the come-from-behind win here tonight by a final score of 50-48. Hunter Muir's three-pointer at the buzzer brought it to the 2-point ball game. For Bixler Video Productions, we're certainly glad to be with you once again back in Darke County and on Greenville Public Access TV and GPAT, as well as our YouTube channel. And you can also catch us on, be able to watch the games. We'll post them on our Facebook pages as well. Facebook, Bixler Video Productions Ohio, as well as Bixler Video Productions Facebook pages. Again, the final score, Mississinawa 50, Ansonia 48. For Bixler Video Productions, I'm Mark Bixler. Until next time, so long, everybody.